Hey, Todd here. So I went out and bought a 7ARTISANS, the Spectrum 14mm T 2.9 cinema lens. I don't currently own any cine glass. I'm a big Canon guy, have been for forever. So I use all EF and RFL lenses. And I want to test it against this 11 to 24 I have, set this guy to 14, and see what the difference is. It's RF, this is an RF mount, so it'll go on the R5 and the C70. I want to look at it on both systems, because I use both, and when I'm shooting video, I use both of these systems. So I really want to see what it looks like in a comparison to this, and just how it looks overall. If it has a different look, a different cinema look to it, I'm just curious. So I got it for $459 from B&H. This is not a paid thing or anything. I saw it, wanted it. I've been looking at them for a while and just decided I'm going to buy this one. The 14 really piqued my interest. So let's take a look at this lens. All right, so here this is mounted on my C70. It feels really well built, super smooth focus, and yeah, aperture feels nice. So I'm really anxious to get out and see what the difference is. If it is much of a difference from my 11 to 24, if it has a different cine look to it or cine feel. Yeah, I've just got to go out there and shoot some stuff on the C70 and the R5, and we'll see what we come up with. See if it was worth the $459, and if I want to buy any couple more of their cine lenses. I think they have an 80 that I'd like to get as well. Try it out. But for now, got to get out and start shooting some footage.
Right, out at my buddy's body shop, getting some cool shots of some tools and stuff, working with the 14 and the C70 and the R5 with this on it, and getting some shots in here to see what it looks like. But he's got in the back behind me here is Rolls Royce that used to be Elton John's. It had an engine fire. He doesn't own it anymore, somebody else's, but had an engine fire. Pretty cool, wild flamed up Rolls Royce back there that used to be Elton John's. But anyway, we're getting some shots in here using this on the C70 right now, and yeah, get back to it while there's no compressors running. So now we're going to do a little focus test in the studio here. I've got my focus cards out there that you can print those off the internet. I just have 4 of them set up there. I'm going to focus on the second one in. They're 2 feet apart, so I can see if there's any, if it's front focusing or back focusing, how sharp it is. I'm going to do it, test it wide open and see what that looks like, and see how sharp it is wide open. That's where I prefer to shoot, is that really shallow depth of field. So we're going to test that. I'll focus on the front one, the second one first, and then the front one, just to see how that looks. And I'll switch to the R5 and check that. Right now, I know from the camera to the second one in is 5 feet. And if I put the lens to 5 feet, it's out of focus, but I put it to 4 feet, it's in focus. So I don't know if that's because this isn't a full frame chip, or or what, because it's designed for a full frame chip is what they say. So we'll see if that matches up on the R5. If it's truly, if you measure out and it's 5 feet, you put the lens at 5 feet, it'd be in focus, because right now it is not that with the C70. So I'm going to try this out and then we'll switch to the R5. Now I've got the R5 hooked up with the same 14 millimeter, and it is now, when you measure out 5 feet and put 5 feet on the lens, it is correct. So the full frame and the lens focus setup is perfect on the R5. And yeah, I measured out 5 feet and the lens, put the lens at 5 feet, focus looks good. So we'll do a test focusing on that second one now with the R5 and see how it looks. Another quick note when using the R5 and this manual focus lens, the 7ARTISAN 14 millimeter, I'm sure with all of them, that it won't fire, the camera won't fire or won't start recording until you go over to the orange menu here. It's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th one over, and then go to number 4, scroll down to release shutter without lens, and then it'll work. So you have to do that before this lens will actually work with this camera. Just another quick note on this lens. Now we're in some studio lighting here, and I've got my Tilta Nucleus Nano hooked up to this thing to see how well it works and how smooth it is. And it's really nice and smooth. Got a little monitor off the side, make sure I'm back to where I'm in focus. That looks good. Yeah, I think this is one thing I really wanted to test to make sure this would work well with this lens, and the focus is really smooth, and yeah, it works great. So I'm happy about that. So if I'm on a gimbal and I'm having somebody on the monitor pulling focus, this is going to work really good. I didn't see a total difference between the two lenses, the 11 to 24 and this 14. It wasn't a huge anything I could see. The one negative that I've kind of found that I wish I could focus in a little closer, it's 1.3 feet is the closest distance you can get. I wish it was like half a foot or even less than that I could get in a little closer. And when you're putting the 11 to 24 on the C70, you got to use, because it's an EF that I have, I need the adapter, which is kind of a nice thing because it does give you a boost of a stop, so you can open up another stop on it, which is really nice. And it gives you, what is it, 0.71 or something extra view angle on that as well. But that's, having to use the adapter, which kind of made me think that I want to get an EF lens mount for this that it would work with my Z-Cam too. But I'm not a big fan of the adapters, so I don't know about that. And oh yeah, and you have to definitely remember to change the settings on your R5 so the camera will work with this lens. Remember to do that, because when I first put it on there and it didn't work, I thought, oh my God, this thing isn't working. What's wrong? And then I make that change in the menu there, and it works great. Sharpness, I think, looks great. Contrast looks good on this. I didn't see a huge difference. Color change a little bit, but you're going to see that when you're changing lenses and lens manufacturers. That's all going to be a change you'll see. But overall, I'm really happy with the purchase. You guys take a look, see what you think. If you have any questions, comments, leave them below. I'll try to answer it if I have the answer for this. But, with this first testing and the sharpness, everything, I'm super happy with it. I would totally recommend this lens. If
you're trying to get into the cine manual focus lenses, I totally recommend it. And till next time, oh, I appreciate you watching. Got to get this phone. Till next time, I'm out.